I'm gonna practice looking at the camera today versus the side. My timeline, Sunday, April 18th. Let's see, it's funny. I didn't meditate this morning because I woke up really early. It was the first weekend that I kind of had off, kind of. I didn't go to the market yesterday, so I actually stayed home and worked on some things and learned a few more stuff on video editing and adding music. So I mean, by the time you guys watch this, you've seen the shift in the videos that I'm posting. So that's been fun, and I'm gonna work on some more snippets for Miss Hannah from the B-roll that I shot, because it's called B-roll. And so that happened, and then it's funny because I posted, yesterday's post was on missing the target. And so of course, you know, like, I rewatch it, and I was even thinking like, okay, well, maybe when I post it, something will happen where we miss the target, right? So I mean, the only thing that, because I stayed home yesterday, right? I mean, when you stay home, like, you don't pick up on a lot of stuff, right? It's when you start interacting with people that you start picking up on patterns and yeah. So I been interacting with someone from Cyprus, so like on the other side of the world, and he wanted to just chat, and I had told him I just want to be friends, but he wanted to actually do a face thing, and so we were supposed to connect yesterday, but I was getting tired and I was falling asleep and trying to wait up for when he would wake up. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. I ended up falling asleep, and we texted a little bit, and he was gonna get ready, but I just knocked out. So so that was missing the market, or missing the target, right? I invited someone to come with me today. I decided to go get lost at the Long Beach antique flea market, and I haven't heard back from this person. I hope this person's okay. I mean, he usually responds by now, but you know, he missed out on, I just got back, so I had a lot of fun. I went by myself and just got lost, and I bought some really, so the second video that I posted this morning was about, you know, me treating myself, you know, being a little indulgent with stuff. Also, I didn't realize it until after I was done with the flea market that I realized, I'm like, oh snap, like I indulged in buying, like, they were cute rompers, and they're linen and they're light, and then I thought, well, you know, for traveling, like, it'll be a good buy, right? Because I can get rid of some of the heavier stuff and just, you know, because I tend to sweat a lot, so it'd be a nice little, like, refreshing thing to wear, you know, and I couldn't just, it just looked really cute, and so I indulged in that, and then I think that was it in terms of indulging that part of it, but on my way home, I actually thought, I'm like, I want some snacks. I'm craving some snacks. So I was like, I thought of Peter. I'm like, I'm gonna go to see Peter and at his Indian little grocery shop and indulge in snacks. But when that thought came to mind, that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, I'm indulging. The video was on indulging. So I thought that was the funniest thing. And I ended up buying more. Like, I indulged a lot more than I did last time. This time around, this cycle, if you will, I definitely indulged more in terms of the choices that I made, right? I think last time it was more about, like, what I was wearing and feeling good, and I mean, I still felt good today, and you know, dancing, or, you know, just moving to the beat as I was going down, but now the things at the Long Beach place thing, and but in terms of purchasing stuff, I purchased a lot more than I did that first time. So I bought, not only did I buy my snacks, but I bought other stuff that I don't usually buy, but then I thought, well, you know, I'm supporting his business, you know, like it's a small business. And so I'm like, oh, I haven't had this in a while. I haven't, you know, dates and I bought, what else did I buy? Oh, these like yummy little patties that, now this is like major splurging because one, it has dairy in it. But it's like this pistachio little patty made with milk. It's just the most yummiest thing ever. So in my head, I'm like, okay, Yubi, you gotta prepare yourself for this one, right? Because I, you know, it doesn't do my body good when I have dairy. But I hadn't had that in a while, and I craved it. And then I bought some other stuff, and I was asking, like, well, what's this for? What's this for? And he was telling me, and we started talking. And of course, he's adamant that, you know, I told him I'm turning 40 next month, and he's just like, no babies? And I'm like, no. And then he's just like, you should have a baby. I'm like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. So anyway, so that was funny. We had a good conversation. Not as long as last time, but yeah. What else? I posted my pictures. I posted my pictures from the photo shoot. I posted them on, I wasn't going to post them on Instagram, but the place that I submitted my photos for, you know, in terms of like modeling and stuff, they actually asked for an Instagram account. And so, I was like, oh snap, I guess I should post it. So I posted it on this particular, you know, page, or the Instagram page for the YouTube channel, because that's the one that's free and open and available, because my personal one is still blocked. So so yeah, so at least that part's done. I followed through with that, so I'm really proud of myself that I followed through with that. And you know, we'll see. I'm still waiting on Spain, but I'm also waiting. I'm actually meeting tomorrow with someone to talk about this potential opportunity and kind of outline it a little bit more and brainstorm. So that might also impact, you know, Spain, and so I'm looking forward to that for sure. Tutoring hours are changing. I just was talking to the mom and yeah, so that's going to make a shift. And I think depending on how it was for tomorrow, how tomorrow goes, then I'll know if I need to get more part-time jobs. I did find the links that my friend had sent me, so I'm gonna do that and follow through with that. And then even, yeah, it's just picking up. And I'm just having fun. It was a good day. I'm glad I went out today, because yesterday I was in front of the computer all day and my eyes were hurting. So and who knows, maybe I'll watch a movie today. Oh, I did watch a movie last night too. I watched The Lake House. I like that one. But anyways, yeah, so that's what happened. And it's funny because, again, the video that I posted where I'm indulging and, you know, I have my leather jacket on, I talk about the kiddo that that I'm tutoring, and and I think I mentioned I was gone last week, and so I didn't go tutoring last week. So I was communicating with his mom, and his mom's like, he missed you last week. So I'm just like, aw. So that was sweet. This kiddo, this mini Virgo. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. That's kind of what's happened. It's only 12:29 in the afternoon, but you know. Oh, and I splurged on my gardening stuff, because everything's just blooming like crazy, and I don't have a lot of space, so they're like getting crowded. Like my tomatoes are getting crowded, so I was like, okay, if I really want these things to succeed, I need to give them space, right? So I bought bigger planters. I splurged on it, because I shouldn't have, but I did, because my poor plants are gonna die, and you know, that's my food too. So I bought like bigger planters to like plant them in, and then I decided that I'm gonna put Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head in one big bucket that I bought. Mr. Potato Head is thriving. Miss Potato Head is trying to catch up. So they like switched. I thought that was funny. They switched. And she still has her long strand, but it's all, there's no leaves anymore. And then there's like another one that's like popping up. It's just the funniest thing. But so I decided to put them together in one bigger pot so they have more room to grow, versus a smaller, lower pot. Excuse me. So, excuse me. So that's what happened. That's what's been happening. That's the news. And yeah. So thank you to all of you who are sending me nice comments about the pictures that I took. It was a lot of fun doing the photo shoot with my good friend, Sir RR. And I'll put his Instagram link in there as well, so you can check out his page. He does a lot of photography. He loves photography. And Sir RR, egalitarian and protector of all, service provider by day and storyteller, lover at night. So thank you for helping me out with that. And yeah, so that's just the update for today. So I just thought it was funny, the, you know, repetitiveness, the unplanned. It's really unplanned because I'm just following the order, and I was, and this is even with me throwing off the order from publishing one video a day. I increased it to 2 for a time period, and then now I'm back at 1 a day, only just because of time. So it was literally random. Literally random, and a coincidence that it just kind of fell on the same day. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's just too funny. I think it's funny, but at least it makes for a good story, you know? So what else? I think that's it. I'm going to enjoy my day. So I hope you guys are enjoying yours, and we'll talk soon. Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, you know, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you know, we'll see what else comes next for me.